What is going on, Ravens family? It's your boy JD from TTB Media. Listen, y'all, I'm solo dolo today. McConnell's not gonna be with us. Not gonna be with us on the stream, but he may pop in during the chat. But Ravens family, I'm gonna wait till y'all get in for a little. I'm gonna wait till you all get in so we can talk. We can talk and chop. See how y'all doing during the midweek. We got this. We got the game coming up this Sunday against our nemesis, our AFC North rival, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm gonna wait till you all come in, and we're gonna discuss, see how we feel, and talk. Going to just wait till a couple more people come in. All right, they slowly coming in. Julian, what's going on, man? How you feeling this? How you feeling, man? We're just waiting for some more people to come in. Like I said, man, it's Wednesday. You know how we do. We go live. McConnell's not with us, but we're gonna keep the show going. He might pop in the chat. Andre, what's up, TTB Ravens Media, man? What's going on, man? How you feeling? It's Wednesday. We got a couple more days before Sunday. Feeling all right, ready to hear about what's happening with our defensive backs. Man, yeah. I definitely agree with you on that. We're gonna talk about that as well. Don't even worry. Lisa, hey guys, LJ needs to light the scoreboard like a Christmas tree against the Steelers on Sunday. I definitely agree with that. He definitely needs a comeback game for sure. One thing I'll say about Lamar, he doesn't blame it. He didn't blame it on the illness. He pretty much took accountability. We love that out of our franchise player. At the same time, even though he does take accountability, we also still need, what's the word that I'm looking for? We still need some productivity. I mean, you can say all the best things to the press and everything like that, but at the same time, that accountability, that okay, I know I need to do this. I need to be better. That still has to produce. That still has to progress on the field as well. So I love the fact that Lamar's always been that guy to put the team on his back, take the flag whenever it's needed. But at the same time, you still got to produce on the field. So I'm definitely hoping that this AFC rivalry game this Sunday will be a comeback game for Lamar. Just waiting for some more people to hop in the stream. Like, subscribe, share. Let everybody know that's Ravens fans right now that we here, we talking, and this it's hump day, man. It's hump day. Future. The critics are back on the quote unquote not a good passer bandwagon when we know what he has done. People like Tom Brady, when he had chunks of INTs, didn't get questions, nor the other traditional passers. Come on now. Of course, Future. Lamar Jackson is a human highlight reel right now. And, every time he's on the field, whatever he does, he's going to be highly scrutinized and unfairly criticized at this moment in time of his career. I feel sorry for him that he has to deal with all this pressure and that to deal with all that noise because I know he listened to it, I know he hears it, and I think that honestly has been affecting his game too. Um, I know we haven't been playing. I know he hasn't been playing with the best of O lines this year. I know he will always, never down his guys. I respect him for that and everything. But at the same time, it's like he tries to be that traditional passer, and this year is the wrong year to be doing that. I feel like he has to play his way. I mean, he said it. I think he said it today recently in the interview that he's used to playing tag, and you're not going to catch him 1-on-1. So he has to continue going to that backyard style of football. When he sees a hole, he just got to go. He has to be mobile. The throw's going to be there. The catch is going to be there. He just got to make things happen. With his God given ability, and don't worry about what the people say. Just get it done, Lamar Jackson style. Don't living up to the Tom Brady, the Peyton Manning. Those guys were different. Those guys, those guys didn't have the athleticism that Lamar possessed. So, just Lamar, we love you here in Baltimore. We appreciate what you do. We appreciate the excitement that you give us every Sunday, Monday, Thursday night. So, hey man, just keep playing your ball. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me, yeah, what y'all talking to me, man. Y'all tell me how y'all feeling on Hump Day. How y'all feeling going into, this Sunday against an AFC North rival. I mean, unfortunately, yeah, I think JJ. I don't think, excuse me, TJ Watt. I don't think he's playing. I think he's on that COVID reserve list. I know we got. I know we're going to play against Big Ben. I know guys want to give Big Ben a lot of respect because he is a future Hall of Famer, but at the same time, Big Ben is really on a decline. And honestly, um, if not this year, he either is going to be released by the Steelers, or he's going to have to be, or he's going to retire because honestly, he's not being beneficial to his team. People mention his stats in the last 5 games he played, but don't mention his pressure dropbacks and O-line troubles every game this season, except for the Colts game, in which he had 442 yards passing. Yeah, man, listen, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, hell, even Aaron Rodgers, and to some degree, Patrick Mahomes. Some of these prolific throwers, and I would say Russell Wilson a little bit too, throw him in there. Some of these prolific throwers been having some good old lines, and also they did have a little bit of athleticism where they can escape out of the pocket, and their wide receivers knew how to extend the plays. The wide receivers this year are now extending the plays, but at the same time, he's dealing with piss poor O line. We don't really have a good left tackle. Our left guard, who's that left guard? Gee, Ben Powers. Excuse me. He hasn't been playing. He's up and down. Bradley Bozeman, he's been solid, but I hear he's dealing with shin lymphraction via Zerbiak on via Twitter. I don't know what that type of injury is, but if it's dealing with the shins, I can only imagine what Bradley Bozeman is going through. But I definitely hope it's not serious where it will stop him from playing, and I hope he can push through, and I hope he's healthy for this Sunday. But then you got Kevin Zeitler and Patrick McCarry. Honestly, Patrick McCarry has been a surpriser out of me. Yes, he's been getting beat here and there, but he's definitely been holding his own. This on these Sundays, man, at that right tackle position. So big shout outs and big ups to him. Lisa said ready to put Big Ben on his back. Also, Najee Harris. Yeah, Najee Harris is their workhorse for sure. They definitely overrun him. They definitely work him like a dog for real. So I feel like if we can hold him, the same way the Bengals did, I feel like we'll be in good company and we can apply a lot of pressure the same way we just did against the Browns. I feel like and get to Big Ben. I feel like well, pretty much the defense have another game the way they did. I feel like we definitely can come out and win, but the offense has to show up. They had to show up and put up points, and they had to start immediately. They can't wait to start because we all know how it is if we wait to start. Sometimes it can hurt us in the long run, and we don't need to be hurt any more than we already have been. Don C. Hey man, what's going on? We've been missing you in the streams. I hope all is well. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and how you feel about this Sunday. Liberal Soldier One. I'm honestly hoping the Ravens defense shows up, and this game could be over by halftime. It's all up to the defense. No, I definitely agree. Agree with that, Soldier. Like I said, in order for us to win, in order for us to shut down Najee Harris and also, disrupt a already broken down Big Ben, we had to play. That defense has to play the same way they played, last week against the Browns. 4-man rush. Let Adolfo Wade work. Let I'm about to say Tyshawn Williams. I guess I want Tyshawn Williams on the field in the backfield. Let Tyus Bowser, do his thing, work out and even drop back in coverage. It's great to see how that young man is flourishing. He's been one of my he's been one of my guys, especially on the defense. I'm glad that we brought him back. I'm glad that we was able to get that extension for him. So I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that. Defense has to come out and show out again. And shout out to the D line for the simple fact that they played well without Calais Campbell, who's been their most productive defensive lineman this whole season. Justin Ellis stepped up. Honestly, quiet as kept. Jelly Roll always plays a solid game. Jelly Roll, how he hustles when the play's not even near him. The one that really has disappointed me was Brandon Williams. But Brandon Williams showed up against the Browns, showing that he still is a run stopping deep interior defensive lineman. And we really needed him to show up. Maybe because we've had Calais Campbell, he maybe felt like he can just skate on by and earn a check. That's just a theory of mine. Just a theory. Don't hurt me, guys. I'm just saying. But shout out to that defensive line though, for real, man. With Broderick Washington, Justin Matabuke, especially him. Our young guns, getting in the backfield and getting active, man. It's a great sight to see. And this is the perfect time for the defense to show up because we had to make a lot of noise to stay on top because now we're the top dog. So everybody's going to be chasing for that number one spot. And in order for us to stay at number one, we had to keep on, showing people like, hey, this is the Ravens team in playoff contention. We're not scared. We're going to keep on balling out. So no, definitely the defense has to play a star-studded game again. J. Rum said Roman has problem adjusting this year because he's a run-first coordinator. When the run game isn't working at the beginning of games, he panics. J. Rum, he's been panicking since he's been with us. I mean, hell, if you want to be honest, he's shown that in almost every playoff game he's coached for us. We gotten this close, and still there was no real adjustments being made. And now since this season has started, with us not having our top running backs and bringing in some of these veteran guys, it hasn't been the best. So with Greg Roman, we'll deal with him in the offseason. Put it like that. I don't even want to get frustrated. Nor do I want to get mad about it. Nor do I want to think about it. So we'll deal with Greg Roman in the offseason right now. Been working a lot. That's why I haven't been on. I miss being on with my YouTube fam. Hey, Don, we miss you being on with us, man. Hey, it's a holiday, so get that money. I ain't mad at you. Lisa said Wink needs to have a plan for stopping blown coverage and giving up the big plays. I want to say he has a live or die mentality. When I say that, he will blitz everybody because he feels like, my guys will get to the quarterback faster than the quarterback will get the ball out to a wide receiver. And honestly, this year has not been, is not, he's been shown as a liar. Unfortunately, we just haven't had the talent, of our guys getting back there and chasing. Well, they would chase them, but we're not getting the sacks that we need. We're not getting the interceptions. We're not getting the forced fumbles, stuff like that. So Wink Martindale has a live or die mentality. He's another one that doesn't know that doesn't. I think he knows it, but he just will not change his philosophy in order for us to be in a more winning and productive a more productive defense. But I would say he kind of did change his philosophy against the Browns. We saw more 4-man rush. Yes, we did see 5-man blitz, but we didn't see a Adolfo Way drop back in coverage. We didn't see Justin Houston drop back in coverage. We saw our guys getting up the field, really applying pressure on Baker Mayfield. So I hope we see more of that. Like I said, November and December is the time that defense shows alive and teams running games show alive as well. So I love to see how we continue to grow as a team, how we continue to build our identity, and I hope we can take this momentum into the playoffs and just make a run. Don, I'm hearing that the right tackle is working out that we traded for. Any hopes of seeing him or him contributing? You speaking of Jawan James? I haven't. I follow Jeff Zerbiak on Twitter. I really haven't heard him saying too much about him practicing because he's usually at the facility. I don't think we're going to see him this upcoming year. Honestly, I wouldn't try to press the issue. We just saw one offensive lineman try to rush the issue of getting back on the field, and now he's been out for the season for us. So let's not try to rush another offensive lineman back onto the field to see if he can play for us. We just gotta wait to the offseason. But speaking of right tackles, a Minnesota Gopher has been projected to us in the draft next year. Let me get his name. Daniel Falayi, 6'9", 380-pound right tackle. And, Rashad Bateman knows about him. A big guy. He has a great first punch, wears a 4X in gloves. So, I don't know. I mean, of course, with us being the first seed, we're not going to be in the high teens in regards to draft picks. We're most likely going to be in the low 20s. I don't know where he's going to fall at, but he will be a questionable type of guy in regards of his size and development and things of that nature. We're pretty much known to developing guys, and if Daniel is anything like a Orlando Brown with a bad pro day, maybe he can slip in the cracks and fall to us. Who knows? Ooh, okay, future. At this point, we had to trade Ronnie and get lots of cap space and a pick to then get the players we need in the offseason, especially O-line and a number one wide receiver possibly. I don't know. I mean, I see where you're going. I understand what you're saying, but giving up Ronnie Stanley, I mean, y'all think about it. He got the surgery. He was healing. He was, recovering. He was rehabbing. He came back. He wasn't really ready. I mean, I know he was telling the guys, and everybody in the facility that he was ready, but obviously that didn't show about. And then on top of that, I believe the surgery didn't go as well as he thought it did. So, I think he had to get it. I think he had to get that reworked on. So, I mean, things happen. Only thing I can say is I hope Ronnie Stanley, got with a surgeon that did the surgery, correctly. I hope that he's, really taking his time to really rehab and really, not pressing the issue. When we get you back, we'll get you back. Like I feel like he shouldn't have never rushed it to try to be ready for week one. Hell, I mean, yes, we know we need our offensive lineman. We know we need Lamar to be protected. But honestly, I wouldn't have minded if he would have waited to week 5 to come back. Give him a couple more weeks for him to be fully healthy. I mean, hell, right now, we had to give him all the chance and opportunity. I just don't see us trading him right now. I mean, I thought we was going to do that with Tavon Young, but Eric DeCosta had other plans in mind. He gave him another chance, and look what Tavon Young's doing. It's a blessing to see him back on the field. What is this, week 13, and he's still playing. Knock on wood. We don't want the young man to get hurt no more, of course, because we know what these guys are capable of and what they bring to the table. So I don't see us, trading Ronnie Stanley unless it's a big a big name available at the time that they're ready to pick, or someone is available for them to pick. So I don't see that happening. And for a wide receiver number one, honestly, we're going to free agency next year to get a more savvy veteran that you can have for a couple more years. A guy like a Steve Smith, a guy like an Anquan Bolden, a guy like a Derek Mason, a guy that's they're on the last leg, but it could be more productive. They give a little bit more juice to the team. Now, granted, Sammy Watkins has been that older presence. I love what he brings. I love how he hypes the guys up. He speaks to the guys on a mental level. But with him dealing with injuries and stuff like that, he hasn't really been able to produce on the field like he's wanted to. So I mean, we got him on a 1-year contract. I don't know if we bring him back in, but I mean, if we don't, it was good to have him here with us in the facility. But I definitely feel like we should get a guy that's more a more hands-on type of guy. That's good, that runs the better routes, that's got good durability, that can give that can be that can be another security blanket and also produce for Lamar, and put more trust in a wide receiver that he can also have some more trust in as well. Don C back at it again. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Like I said, like it. Just subscribe to the page. Share it to everybody that's a Ravens fan. Hell, if y'all know some Steelers fans, share it to them too. Let them hop in the stream. Talk they talk, man. It's all good vibes tonight. I miss y'all. I love being in the stream with you guys. I love doing this, man, for real. You know, I wish McConnell was here with us right now, but he's taking care of some things. All I say, let's continue keeping McConnell and his family in our prayers, and wishing them nothing but the best. And I promise you guys, when he comes back, he's coming back stronger. Believe that. So, let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep talking, man. Let's. So I'm trying to find out, the Ravens signed 2 corners today. I can't remember the name of the guys. I do apologize. If y'all know the names of the guys, please let me know. Okay. So we signed Robert Jackson. I want to say that's because Kayvon Seymour was on the reserve COVID-19 list. So we just need a little bit of we just need that depth. I don't really know too much about Robert Jackson. I can look him up just to see. Let's take a look at the guy. 6'2" guy, 27, went to UNLV. Give me a second, everybody. Just looking them up. Just looking them up. That tall, lengthy guy. Let me see what he had going on. He's been around. He was with Cleveland 2018 to 2020. He was out there in Las Vegas with the Raiders. Now he's here with us. I just see that pickup as a security blanket. Like I said, Kayvon Seymour, he was they placed him on the reserve COVID list, so we got to be mindful of that. He was the only guy that tested positive. Sorry to hear that happened, but I'm kind of glad that he was the only one. We already missing players as it is. I saw Marlo tweet something about COVID 3 times, and everybody was in a frenzy like, oh, Marlo got COVID. No, I don't think he do. Let's hope not. Let's pray on that. Josh, with all these non-calls, don't you think the referees need glasses? Listen, I don't know if the refs were just trying to let these guys just play the game out, or what was the case. But honestly, Lamar Jackson and this Ravens team, period, has not been getting the calls, that they deserve. Hell, that touchdown that David Njoku got, that one, stressed me out. I think they said it wasn't enough evidence for them to overturn it. But honestly, I would say he did catch the ball, but he did not make it. He did not cross the plane at all. He was right there on the 1 yard line. So the Browns really, they was gifted those points. So that play I really didn't agree with. Like, that was not a touchdown at all. He he caught the ball. I give him that, but he did not cross the he didn't cross the power line. So it is what it is with that one. But I know everybody's talking about defensive rookie of the year. I know everyone is bringing up Adolfo Way. So right now, I just want to tell you the standings for the defensive rookie of the year candidates. Top 3 is Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons came out of Penn State. He's a linebacker. Right now, he has over 67 tackles, 9 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Y'all watching the Dallas Cowboy games, y'all know Micah Parsons is flying all over the field. He's fast. He's fast. He's a good guy. I like what he brings to that Dallas defense. Next player, Patrick Surtain. Is he the second? Second, okay. With 37 tackles and 3 interceptions. I believe he took one back to the house as well. I think he got a pick 6. Yep, he did get a pick 6. So he's an Alabama guy. He's more of a ball hawking type of corner. He's not like Marlo, where Marlo plays aggressive and goes for the punch. So he's more of a ball hawking corner. Now, here we go. Adolfo Way with 21 tackles, 5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. Yo, I'm not even going to front. For someone that didn't get a lot of sacks in college, it now has, transmitted over to the NFL with 21 tackles, 5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. Yo, he's definitely doing the thing. He's balling out. But, with Micah Parsons sitting at 67 tackles and 9 sacks and 2 forced fumbles, yo, Adolfo will have to do a lot of work within the next 5 weeks. That's a lot, That's a lot. So I mean, it's definitely great to see that he's in the running, to be the defensive rookie of the year. I just hope I just want him to play his game and run his race. Don't worry about chasing nobody else. Don't worry about chasing nobody's stats. Just keep on, every game, get better. Keep on developing. Be who you are. So, I love what Adolfo is bringing to that front 7, and just for the natural fact that he has that chase down ability. Once he gets you, it's pretty much he's locked in. He's like a boa constrictor. When a boa constrictor wrap their body around you, and they start to crack in your bones. And that's what Adolfo reminds me of. He's quick, he's agile, He's mobile and he's very hostile. So I love what he's bringing. I love that he. I love. I want him to continue to keep on stacking on the Sundays and keep on getting those stats, man. He definitely brings a it factor on that defensive line, something that we have been missing. Honestly, I feel like we should be seeing more of Adafi and Tyus Bauer for years to come. Honestly, Vontae Thornton. Do you think the Ravens coordinators, offense and defense, are going to be gone? Vontae, listen. Only way they'd be gone if they let go John Harbaugh. I know everybody may say, we're crazy for saying that, but you have to understand, John Harbaugh puts his players in the doghouse quicker than he gets on his team on his coordinators. It's like he plays the buddy system. He plays the buddy system with his coordinators instead of hey, keeping those guys accountable as well. It's very frustrating. Seeing these guys call plays, and they're not working. How can you say yes, we know what to do against cover zero defense, but at the same time it's not projecting on the field. How can you always say yeah, we have passing plays that we run in practice, but at the same time you're not running all those passing plays. You're not running all those passing plays on during the game. How can you say when it comes to defense? Oh, we have rushes. We have some of the best talent. I can put a defense together, defensive scheme that allows us to get sacks. But at the end of the day, your front seven is not getting the best of rush. And then on top of that, when you do blitz, we're letting big plays happen. Why is it always confusion with our back seven? So like I said, with that Vontae, the things that we're seeing as fans, Harbaugh is being oblivious to them, and in my opinion, it doesn't feel like he addresses them the way he gets on his players. And I feel like he should hold just the way he holds his players accountable. He should be holding his offensive coordinators accountable. So honestly, if we lose the first game in the playoffs, I don't see them getting fired because Harbaugh. In other words, those are his buddies. Those are the homies. So I don't see us letting go Roman nor Wink. I mean, I do feel like it's time to move uh, to part ways with Greg Roman. I do feel like Lamar Jackson and this offense has outgrown Greg Roman, but people are going to say, "Oh, well, we had the best running offense." Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But at the same time, you can't always just have 22 personnel, two tight ends, one running back, and one wide receiver. That's not always going to work. This year alone, if you've been watching the Ravens games for these past 12 weeks, teams have been stacking the box. And it seems like, yes, they say, Lamar audibles. But at the same time, it don't seem like he has the actual correct check down play. When you see the box stack, then they're obviously expecting you to run. Why not have a personnel in there where okay, they're expecting us to run? Cool. Let's go over top of their head. Let's bomb one. Let's let them think like, oh yeah, we're not. Let's let teams know we're not scared to throw the ball. So that's my rant. That's my take on that. Lisa, look at Tavon Diggs and Dallas. He's a ball hawk. Hey, listen. Tavon Diggs originally went to Alabama to be a wide receiver, but it was told. Saban was told him like, to change positions. He called his brother Stephon and literally cried and said, "Man, coach making me change positions." But it's worked out for him. Look where he's at. He's in the NFL, and he's now literally a game changer. Heck, I don't even know how many interceptions he got, but I want to say he at least has seven or eight interceptions. And honestly, to have that many interceptions, before like week 10, that's amazing. He definitely brings another element to their defense as well. Being even though yes, he sometimes get big plays, but he makes up for them. He reminds me of someone else that we're missing right now. MP, aka MP the Juice Man. Yes, MP Juice Man would he would let big plays happen, but at the same time he would make up for it with a pick six or interception. He was such a game changer, man. And right now we haven't really been having that guy right now, bring that type of, energy to the and momentum to the defense. And, I hope the guys keep on working, as a unit. And I hope we can, get those turnovers and, just, keep on piling up, man, for sure. So let me ask y'all this. So with Marquise Brown right now, he's sitting at 770 yards with 6 touchdowns. Do you all feel within the next 5 weeks that he will be 1,000-yard receiver? Ash says, why can't the Ravens stop the pass? Simple. Marlon Humphrey's being overworked, so he's almost on every tight end, wide receiver, whoever. And then, and then his counterparts are not doing such the best. Honestly, and then on top of that, you got Chuck Clark that doesn't have, good hand, the best of hands. And we're dealing with, and the opposite is a rookie that's just now, really learning the role of playing defense and also playing free safety. So, it's been a rough year for the back seven. It's definitely been a rough year for the back seven. Elijah, I hope so. I definitely feel like he will. Lisa saying he will. Okay, I love that. Done. Why do our wide receivers run routes in the same area? It seems at least once a game. The low guy makes a play on the high guy ball. It's crazy. The same route tree that's been ran for the past 2 years, Don. These are the plays. These are the plays that Greg dials up. I mean, unfortunately, I feel like with our passing game coordinator and our wide receiver coach, they're pretty much like putting in these guys' ears like, hey, even though y'all running these routes, make sure y'all at least stay out each other way, because it has happened and it's not very helpful. I can understand if it was like rub routes or check down screenplays, stuff like that, but at the same time, it's really not. I mean, it's literally like like you said, you got one guy high, you got one guy low, and it's very frustrating. So I mean, that's another reason we should let Giro go. But at the same time, Harbs is not going to hold these guys accountable. I don't feel like Harbs is going to make the hard decision and call and send these guys home. Axel said, to be honest, no, Giro don't okay him in a slot or have him run streaks. Never screens and always hitches. Axel, I like where you're going with that. Honestly, man, I do understand what you're saying. I do agree with that. Honestly, he is a Tyreek Hill type of guy. He is his older cousin Antonio Brown type of guy. If you put a guy like that in the slot, and let him work, they'll be very beneficial. So I definitely agree with that. That's why someone said earlier, getting another wide number one wide receiver. I don't agree with drafting another number one wide receiver. I believe at getting someone that's still good and still can contribute to the team. Someone like an Anquan Bolden type of player. Someone like a Steve Smith type of guy. Someone's like a like a Derek Mason. I don't know what Devontae Adams' contract may look like. I don't know if he's still a free agent. I don't know if he's going to be a free agent after this year. But I mean, I know Aaron Rodgers is going to pretty much be done with Green Bay. So I feel like once Aaron Rodgers leaves, um, Devontae Adams will possibly part ways as well. So I mean, hey, you never know if he wants to be on a contender type of team and he understands that we're evolving as an offense and we're trying to be better as an offense. You never know what may can happen in the future. Us bringing a star caliber type of wide receiver to add on to a Hollywood Brown, to add on to Rashard Bateman or Devin Duvernay and James Prochet. So I definitely understand where you're going with that. Well, yeah, y'all talking, man. I love it, man. Who should the Ravens sign, trade, and draft in offseason? Me personally, I feel like we need to draft the offensive lineman. We need to address that right tackle position. As far as trade value, we don't have, in my opinion, we don't have anybody to trade. We're dealing with 10 draft picks. And we gotta put in perspective that we do have to still sign Lamar Jackson to a contract extension. So I definitely feel like it's going to be a lot of guys that we're going to be talking to in the draft. Plugging in those holes because we got to address D line and offensive line, and I feel like we possibly have to address that back seven as well. I don't know what the future holds for Marcus Peters with us. I would love him. I would love us to bring him back, but when they were trying to, knowing that we was trying to make that trade for Zay Howard, it kind of put me in a sense that they may be trying to part ways with MP the Juice Man. Me, I don't understand why because Marcus talks so highly of the organization. He literally said like yo, being here in Baltimore is the reason why I fell back in love with playing the game. So I hope they can come some type of term and agreement where he can come back and contribute. I love his dog mentality. I love his attitude. I love what he brings to the team. So I definitely hope that we'll be working out a deal and bringing them back. Sean Paul pass defense did a big step up with the playoffs ahead. Even playing the Browns, they were getting big pass plays off. Hey, like I said, Wink has a philosophy. He's going to live and die by it. He will rather have his guys have all. He would rather send the house, and versus playing some cover two prevent type of pass defense. He will let he will let a team's worst player make a big play because he has so much confidence in his defenders that they're going to make a stop before the quarterback gets the ball up. And we've been seeing that hasn't been working this year. So I definitely agree with our pass defense needs to step up. It was great to see that our guys was on a 4-man rush, even a 5-man rush, and getting up the field and chasing down the quarterback. I hope to see more of that. For against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big Ben is not at his best. He's still dealing with that right elbow injury. That offensive line is not good neither. So we can't play down to the level of our competition. We had to literally rise to the occasion and play our best ball because right now we are the one with the target on our back because we're sitting at number one. And when you're sitting at number one, everybody wants a piece of you, literally. So everybody's going to be saying like, how the hell is an 8-3, almost 20 people on the IR list is doing what they're doing. This team has determination. This team has grit. This team has resilience, and literally the next man up mentality. And almost every next man up, whether it was good play or bad play, they have stepped up and stepped into their roles and accepted the challenge. Vontae, you think MP will be gone after this year? This was his last year here. Man, like I said, I definitely hope it's not his last year with us, man. Um, you know, it kind of puts me in the mind that Zay Howard trade they was working on. That kind of gave me an implication that they may be parting ways with MP. But like I said, you know, for him to say, that being here has literally brought back his love for the game. That's huge. That's huge. So I definitely hope they can work something out in the future, man. Because I love his style of play. Yes, I know he give up plays, but hell, he makes up for it with the pick sixes, and interceptions, and he fits the Ravens style of defense. That attitude, that grit. He just grimy, man. I love that. I love that. That West Coast energy that he brings to this Baltimore Ravens defense. I don't know what happened there. Sorry, guys. All right. Axel, peeping O line and D tack win the national champion. Sure. Did you hear about Malik practicing outside? Yeah, I have been hearing about Malik Harrison practicing on the outside. Honestly, I would be looking forward to that. I think they want to get him on the outside because they in the future they want PQ and Malik Harrison on the field. I feel like they both bring a lot to the table. With Malik Harrison in the pass coverage, he definitely has to get better in that. And get a better understanding of how to pass coverage in the NFL. But with PQ making that stride to get over to the weak side at the inside linebacker position, man, he's definitely been playing better ball. This is some of the last Sunday night was some of the better tackling I've seen out of him too. So we always know he's had the ability to get back there in the backfield, but to be able to show up the way he did, man, yo, that was dope. That was dope. That was definitely dope. Hey, YBC Dro was good with you, baby. I didn't hear nothing about Marlo being in contact with Seymour. So I mean, I did see, like I said, I saw him make a tweet about COVID. So I'm hoping you know everything's okay. But the only person I heard that's on the reserve COVID list right now is Seymour, the cornerback Seymour. But you did ask, do you think with Calais out, Wolf out, Pennell out, Wink had to rely on your young guys to get pressures at DSAT cause last game it showed? Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like I said, Jelly Roll, Justin Ellis, Brandon Williams finally showed that he's still relevant. In Broderick Washington, Justin Matabuke, who's been showing that, like, hey, when it's time for these older guys to leave, this defensive line is going to be in good hands with me as one of the young guns. So I definitely believe, Wink definitely had to lean on more to the young guys, which he should. This defensive line needs to get a little bit younger. It needs to get stronger. It needs to get faster. So I definitely feel like he relied on those guys more to get in the backfield, and they showed that they can. They showed that they can work out. You just had to be patient with your guns. Be patient with your dogs. Let them work, and that's what he did. Elijah Grace, score prediction for the Ravens versus Steelers game. I'm gonna hold off to my predictions until Sunday before the game. So make sure you hop in the live stream before the game, and we'll do score predictions then. The press menu. Do you think this year is Calais' last year? You know what? Calais Campbell's giving me Marshall Yonder vibes. You know, he's here for this last ride. But you know, whether we make it to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs, I feel like this will be his last year. Honestly, he's gave us, he's contributed a lot. He's a great guy. You know, he's a great leader. And honestly, you know, if he wasn't retired after this year, I would not be mad at all. You know what I'm saying? So, I definitely feel like this may possibly be his last year. And, I feel like, after this year, he'll be gone. Derek Wolf will be gone. Brandon Williams will be gone. So we have a lot of holes to fill in that defensive line. So, yeah, next year will definitely be a rebuilding year for sure. Mark, PQ deserves a ton of credit for being the most criticized player on the team, taking it on the chin and getting better. So many dudes collapse when they underperform expectations early on. Yo, Mark, that's definitely a good comment right there. Like, anybody can just, give up and say, hey, we're not going to play. We're not going to play. We're just going to give up and everything of that nature. So I definitely agree. I definitely agree with what you're saying. So, and honestly, if you guys follow the Ravens on Twitter, if y'all saw the video when Lamar got his third interception, PQ was the one that went over there and say, "Look, we got you. Don't worry about it. Just keep on doing what you do. We're gonna take care of it." So to see someone that's been criticized on how he's been playing and how he's been struggling and come back and fight through the adversity and encourage his quarterback, yo, that's leadership if I haven't seen it. So shout out to PQ. I love what he's doing. I love what he brings to the table. YPC Dro, do you think the Ravens would draft Jordan Davis? He's one of the best defensive tackles in college. Can easily replace Williams. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Jordan Davis, he plays for Georgia, correct? But so I would say this: if he's available, right now, offensive line, in my opinion, if we go ahead and re-sign Lamar Jackson, offensive line is our first priority. We got to and with re-signing Lamar Jackson, you got to go ahead and get yourself. You got to go get him a right tackle. You got to go beef up that offensive line. But best player available. If Jordan Davis is available, they know they need to get a run stopper, someone that's agile, someone that can chase down the plays, along with Adafi, which I've seen Jordan do in his Georgia games. I definitely feel like if he's available, if they feel like they can trade up and go get him, I say hell, go for it. But let's not make no hasty decisions, because like I said, with Lamar Jackson being the franchise player, we had to address that O line. How much more can our nerves take with these close games? Honestly, listen, with the close games, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. If you've been a Ravens fan for as long as I've been a Ravens fan, I've been a Ravens fan since Kyle Bowler, Anthony Wright, Cordell Stewart, Jamal Lewis, Willis McGahee, LaRon McClain, Peter Boulware, Paul Kruger, Terrence Cody days. So I know how it is. I know how it is to have the rough games, the sad games, the bad games, and also the mad games. Only thing we can do, have 911 on speed dial, have your ginger ale and coke, and have yourself some ginger ale as well. And just don't lose your cool when you're watching these games. Let them come. Just watch, and try to be as emotionless as possible. I know it's hard, but you got to do it. Julian, what do you envision Jawan James' role being on the team next year, Josh? Honestly, I feel like they brought him in as a security blanket, possible safety net. Someone that could possibly start at the right type of position. But me personally, not knowing what he brings, and not knowing what he's capable of, I would say still draft the right tackle because you never know. Um, Me personally, I'm glad, to hear that he is progressing, but I would rather for him to, continue rehabbing, keep on working, keep on getting stronger, keep on getting better. There's no reason to push the envelope or press the issue, So I definitely feel like Kevin Lopez. Sorry, Julian. Kevin Lopez saying Roman is a clown. Come on, y'all. Not today. It's hump day. We getting close to the weekend. We not about to dog Roman out. We know what he is. We know we don't want him here. Oh man, I love it, man. I love it. So, since we talk about draft picks and stuff like that, in the off season, when it gets towards draft time, would you guys like for McConnell and I to make our own draft board list and give like player profiles? Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all want McConnell and myself to work on doing draft profiles for players that we predict will go to the Ravens. Okay, okay. What position? Draw. What position on both sides Ravens will pick up in free agent after the season? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Me personally, I feel like a veteran wide receiver. I don't feel like we're gonna. I don't feel like we're gonna resign um, Sammy Watkins back. I feel like if we can get a guy like a Devontae Adams. I know he's going to be asking for money. I don't know if no, Julio Jones still he has a good contract with Tennessee. Somebody that can give a real huge bolster to the wide receiving core, and someone that can still produce. Um, if possible, if a free agent linebacker or a corner, maybe even a safety is available, I would say go for a safety. Michael Thomas, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a lot of money. I don't know what our cap space is going to look like. You know, McConnell's not here with me right now to do. He does all the number crunching. So I miss my guy. I say get Metcalf. I don't know. Metcalf, to me, in my opinion, is a little bit overrated. I mean, yeah, he can catch the ball. He's a strong guy. He's fast as hell. But to me, he's a little bit overrated. This is my opinion. All right. So this is the last question. Um, Julian, what do you think our record will be at the end of the season? Okay. So just want to put up the schedule. We got 5 more games left. Right? Let me pull them up. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. You know how technology is. Okay. So two flex. We got 2 flex games. One with the Steelers at 425 this Sunday coming up at Pittsburgh. Then we go back. Then we go back to Cleveland. Then we play Green Bay, a flex game, 425. Week 16, Cincinnati. Week 17, Los Angeles. And then week 18, we finish off with Pittsburgh. We're currently sitting at 83. Honestly, Julian, I feel like y'all gonna call me crazy. I feel like we may finish the season out with 13-3, y'all. The reason I say that because the narrative, the way this season has been going, it's been bizarre as hell. We've been finding ways out of nowhere to literally just pull out these dubs. So I mean, I don't see us going 8-8. Now, if we go 8-8, then hey, so be it. We move up in the draft. But if we end up going, 13 and 3, I can't be mad. I can't be mad. The only thing is, if we do that, we have to show up in the playoffs. We can't be this, star-studded team during the season and choke in the playoffs. I'm ready for us to get another win. I'm ready for us to be in that AFC championship conference game. So, I definitely hope. Oh, excuse me, Lisa, correct me. 14-3. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, 6 games left. Sorry. So I mean, if they can, if they end up, breaking even or just going above 500, that's cool. If they end up going 14-3 or 13-4, Mark said 13-3-1. Who you seeing time with? Honestly, I can see him time with the Pittsburgh Steelers in one game. I don't see them getting tired. I don't see them getting tired. I don't see them time with anybody else. Just without any discussion. No, that's definitely facts. The great thing about it right now, we control our own destiny. The only thing is, we have a target on our back. Everybody, is looking to chase us down and go after us. Is McConnell okay? Yeah, he's fine. He's just dealing with he's just dealing with some some family matters. Like I said earlier in the stream, keep him in your prayers. Once he's back, he's back. So let's keep on, praying for him and his family and wishing nothing but the best. But TTB family, I'm ending off the stream tonight. And I thank you all for coming in. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. Thank you for the 2,000. Thank you for the 2,000 subscribers on the YouTube page. Thank you for the guys that listen to the podcast on either Apple or Spotify. But also follow us on TTB_Ravens on Twitter. You can always chat and communicate with us. And send some love to McConnell in the DMs as well. Let them know that we thinking about him, man, and everything. So I'm gonna see y'all Sunday before the for the pregame show and the after game show. Make sure y'all check in. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all share to everybody y'all know. And thank you all for coming in this Wednesday evening with me. And y'all have a great one.